Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome today to today's episode 28. We're going to talk about our ability to heal ourselves being underrated. And we do it all the time. Our mind and body can heal. We just need to learn how. Welcome to another episode of We're Here for the Human Experience. And if you're new here, I am Lisa. Welcome. I am a certified life coach, Reiki master teacher, and my mission is to help people shift their perceptions, heal their traumas, open closed doors, and light the way to a more fulfilling life by connecting to your inner wisdom. Your support in liking and sharing this podcast is not only appreciated but vital. You are a total integral part of our community, and your contribution helps us reach more people. So, thank you and welcome. See how my live is doing. Sometimes I have some internet troubles, but today looks pretty good. Yay! Right on. Okay, so our ability to heal mentally and physically can be enhanced by learning where we have beliefs and definitions about our mental and physical health, for instance, and we can totally release what holds us back. And the definitions we have learned over our lives have created those patterns. We also have those generational patterns that have been handed down. And this isn't I never want to blame, shame, or judge. It is about recognizing and our ability to be aware of our limited patterns, or limited belief patterns, or our generational patterns. So this is a perfect time to learn how to release those patterns and stop handing them down. They are old, outdated, and they no longer work. And if you want to think about it, so we do this all the time. We have this ability, we have this innate ability. And we've been told that, we're not as, I'll say, powerful as we actually are. And really the power comes from within our mindset and our ability to control our thoughts, control our emotions, and be aware of what our thoughts are, our limiting beliefs are, our old patterns are, what the emotions are associated with those. So when we recognize what that is incredibly empowering. When we can connect the limiting beliefs to the emotions, totally empowering. It's really a massive awareness that happens within, and you get that alignment, that, oh yeah, okay, I get that. So like I say, it's totally time now to stop, to release these patterns, stop handing them down, and let's check out what our belief patterns are. And that's just the awareness, right, within our body. So think about when we break a bone, the body knows how to heal that break. Granted, it may need medical intervention to reset the bone, but the body's ability to heal, it already knows how to do that. You think about a scratch or an open wound, it totally knows how to heal that as well. So we don't even think about it. But when there's something that comes along that may give us a bit more fear, or we have a pattern of belief, a generational pattern of belief, then that gives us that, our body then goes, oh, maybe I can't do this. Maybe I don't have the ability to do this, because our body is listening to what we say, think, and feel. Our cells are listening to what we say, think, and feel. And there's a whack of information out there to back up these statements. So with a broken bone, it knows automatically to heal. Our mind can change its perspective on situations and heal emotional hurts. So we're doing this all the time. We're just not consciously doing it. It's an unconscious consciousness that goes on, which is fine because of course we are here for the human experience. But don't you want to create that more conscious awareness, change the belief patterns, change the generational patterns? The power of positive thinking is true. And what we believe, we conceive. So whether that's good or bad, we are the creators of our lives. And so, since we came here for that human experience, why wouldn't we want to learn ways to create better than what we had yesterday? Why not release those generational patterns that are limiting and heavy? Right? It's a load that we carry, that we've gathered up over our lifetime or lifetimes that we just bring with us. It's time now to release that. And yeah, it's time now to release it. Why carry it? Why continue to carry it when we don't have to? We don't have to. We create unconsciously, we can learn how to create consciously, and we can learn how to let those old patterns go. We have that. That's why we're so powerful. We have the ability to control what we are thinking, to control our emotions, and to change how we see our life and the life around us. And I mean, and it's so funny because I mean, we use the woo woo side all the time. We use our intuition, we use our innate abilities. It is on 24/7. It's about connecting in and actually just becoming aware of what the fear is, what your limiting beliefs are. What do you think about? What's your definition about your health, for instance? Our body's ability to heal itself is massive. But when our brain gets in the way with those limiting beliefs, it kind of changes things. But it's always on, like I say, our innate abilities and our intuition is on 24/7. So when I began looking, examining my belief patterns, it's amazing how many it's like, wow, I never even thought that that was there. Or the fears, right? It's like, oh, I didn't, and I mean, I let go of many, and I still have ones to let go of. I think it's just a continuation of being here on this planet for this human experience. But honestly, for myself, I got just tired of dragging them around or having them pop up at inappropriate times, these old patterns of belief. So I thought, okay, well, let's start letting them go, right? Kick them to the curb, clean out that junk drawer of our mind, set a timer, but look into your fears and your beliefs. And so when we release the fear that we hold around our belief patterns of, say, a healthy body and provide nutritious food and positive thoughts, our body responds quickly. Even when we exercise, our body actually responds quickly depending on what we believe about exercise, which is what I talked about in the last episode. So our body can actually respond really quickly depending on what our belief system is, what our definitions are. And so the more that we learn about our limiting beliefs, the more that we can change our patterns. And that awareness to the limiting belief even just brings in that change. It's essentially shining a light onto the darkness. And because our body's natural state is healthy, our belief system still gets in the way of healing or of complete healing. We've heard the stories about people who heal themselves, miraculous healings. We all have this ability. We all have this ability. It's a matter of checking out your belief system around your health, around any, actually, just check your belief system around any situation in your life. What is your fear? Like I've said in other ones, in other videos, there's also the opposite. If there's a fear, there's an opposite. What is it? We want to move into that growth state of mind and not be stuck in our belief system wondering why life sucks. So our body's natural state is healthy. And so when we let fear run amok, it creates crazy scenarios like this movie playing in our heads. And they will materialize if we repeat them enough. Do I have crazy making scenarios happen in my head? Absolutely. And I laugh and go, "Whew, what was that?" Because I don't need to run with that crazy scenario. I prefer to use my imagination for good, for changing my life, for reviewing my life, because we are in control of our thoughts and emotions, and we don't have to get on that crazy train. It's no different than meditating. If I'm meditating, I don't need to attach to that thought that comes in and says, I wonder what I'm having for supper. Or the crazy making ones of, oh my God, why did they say that? What, all those stuff that runs around in our head. And I'm not going to get into it. But we are in control of that. We do not have to attach to those thoughts. We can change them into the positive ones, into ones that we actually prefer, instead of allowing these thoughts to just run amok and our fear run amok, or that our body isn't able to heal itself. And recognizing our fears or the situation, in that acknowledgement, it creates already a release and awareness. It's like, oh, it's just being, it's that kind of in that zone of, oh, okay, and so by doing that, we're building our trust with our innate ability and strengthening our intuition muscle. We all have this ability. It's about learning to recognize the opposite of the negative and create a new movie in our head. Use your old belief patterns, your fears, to create new ones that you prefer. And so by becoming aware of our thoughts and emotions, we gain that power through how we respond and react, and by being more intentional, the consciousness. Asking ourselves, what is this? What about this situation? What about my health scares me or makes me concerned? And I'm not saying, by no means am I not saying don't go to a doctor or anything like that. That's crazy. Doctors are important in our lives, but also so is your mindset and your mental health. And that, for me, I believe is the biggest thing. Our mindset is, because everything starts in our head. So when we can combine our thoughts and our feelings, it truly is like an epiphany of that inner knowing, and shining the light to that situation, that limiting belief. We can feel that shift and moving into being more aligned into the zone. And the more that you bring those two aspects together in your life, your thoughts and emotions, the better you feel, and the more and create more of that, more confidence than ever, because you are sorting through. We just haven't learned how to actually assess our thoughts and emotions, and all of like the fears. We're told to push them aside. It's time to actually look at them in an objective manner and without the judgment, and go, okay, what is this trying to tell me? What about this fear? What is this trying to tell me? And I know when I do, and with my clients as well, it is that, oh, I never thought about it that way. Oh, yeah, I can look at it differently. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. You get all of that stuff that goes on. Oh, the epiphanies. Just remember that when you feel out of control, just take a deep breath. Number one, just take a deep breath. You don't have to allow your thoughts and your emotions to control. And everything that we have is a choice in our lives. We are here for the human experience. So there is no per se right or wrong. We're here to experience. So why not do it more consciously? If you want further information, you can check out my website, www.lisahydelifecoach.com. And thanks for joining me on today's episode of We're Here for the Human Experience, where we navigate the matrix of our mind, body,